Hey guys, welcome to a new video. I'm going to be adding a video today into the Zazzle series where I share with you some information behind the scenes on Zazzle that has helped me drastically improve my Zazzle sales. If you guys don't know, I shared my story on the Zazzle course front page website where I talked about the very first 3 months of me on Zazzle, I made zero money. And towards the very end of that last month, that third month, I got my very first bulk order sale. Now, it was complete luck, okay? I had no idea what I was doing at the time, and it was complete luck, and that's really what started to open my eyes up to the things that I was doing right and the things that I was doing wrong. And of course, with time, process of elimination, I started to figure out, where I was going wrong, where I was going right. So, without further ado, let's get into today's video. I'm going to share with you guys, like I said, how I was able to take that quantum leap from going to $0 in sales all the way to that very first bulk order in sales up to making 3, 4, 5K a month in sales. Now, let me just go ahead and be clear. This is across just one account. Now, the thing about Zazzle is when you have one account, you're allowed to create multiple stores in that account, which a whole different topic about segmenting audiences. But tomorrow we're going to talk about structuring tags and things like that. That will be a whole different video. So if you want to stick around, make sure to watch that video tomorrow. But for today, we're going to talk about how I made it happen. So I want to be clear. My main focus in the very beginning with Zazzle was finding products that I can sell in bulk, okay? And I only figured this out after I got that first bulk order sale. And more specifically, when I say in bulk, it's really what customers are looking for. And there are a few options here of products that are t-shirts. And all of these are what I call one-off products. These are products that will sell once to a customer once, okay? And what I mean by that is if a customer wants to buy a cool t-shirt for the month, they're going to go on Zazzle, let's just say, not necessarily Zazzle, but they're going to buy the product once. They're not going to buy it in bulk. They're not going to buy 500 of them, 200 of them. It's very rare where that happens, okay? So what I did was I attributed my designs and the types of products that I was selling for bulk order type sales. So instead of t-shirts, I was selling things like party products, right? So some people call them party favors, but basically, like for example, napkins that are customized for like a wedding, or keychains that are customized for like a wedding. Those are examples of things that people would buy in bulk for their guests, right? But I learned something, and I learned something very critical. A lot of the sales that I was getting was coming through search engine optimization. And it just so happens that with my search engine optimization, I couldn't differentiate whether it be from a Google ad or from a search campaign, like literally from Google, right? So a Google advertisement or a Google search. I couldn't differentiate, but regardless, that doesn't matter. And I want to show you something here. You see all these t-shirts, right? I just typed in a random one here. I clicked on a random one, and this is a Zazzle t-shirt, right? I go ahead and Google, and I search the exact same thing on Google, and guess what? The ads that are at the top are all Zazzle ads. Now, that's not really a big deal that it's all Zazzle and there's no mix of other ads. That's not the point of this video. The whole point of this video is that this is what happens when you sell products on Zazzle, okay? When you have a direct keyword match, right, what happens is Zazzle will pay for ads for that specific product in keywords. Now, it just so happens that I have some very significant ad experience when it comes to Google AdSense. In fact, I have a video from 3-4 years ago where I was spending about 5K a month, and I actually showed that video somewhere in the ether of my 1,000 video catalog. It's out there. You guys can look for it. But basically, in Google, you're actually allowed to target an exact term in Google, okay? And in Google, if you target an exact term, you can control when your ad shows up. Now, Zazzle has an automatic SEO ads system, and it's optimized for the specific search engine. And it's really SEM, but let's just call it SEO for the sake of this video, but it's optimized for that specific search. So, for example, if some people are searching for psychopath funny cycling for cyclists and bikers t-shirt, if I take this, realistically, it should show up somewhere on Google. And indeed, it does as an ad. This whole section right here, this sponsored section, is an ad section. Now, you might notice there's other designs here. This is the organic section. This has nothing to do with ads. We're talking about this section. And when you control for this, you can get sales. The smart individual, and this is exactly what I did after realizing this, is I started figuring out what are people searching for that they can potentially order in bulk. And I reverse engineered the process. I didn't do this with t-shirts because, let's face it, Redbubble can do this for me. TeePublic can do this for me. I started doing this with products that are purchased in bulk. I'm not going to go over those certain products today because I literally created a whole playlist for Zazzle. And we have 6 videos on the playlist currently. And if you look here, there are a few things you need to keep in mind. The first thing you want to keep in mind is if your products are going to be on the Zazzle marketplace, just like the ones here, they need to have accomplished something called Z rank of 4. Okay? In order for you to even be existing on the marketplace, this is what Zazzle says, that you need a 4 or higher. Okay? I've heard from some clients before that they have existed on the marketplace without having a 4. They've had a 3 or a 2 and they've existed. I'm not sure how true that is because Zazzle literally tells you outright you need a 4 or higher. It is what it is. The point is you need to get higher and higher level through your Z rank. And I've actually explained in the playlist on YouTube, I made a whole video about it, 16-minute video, explaining what Z rank is, how to boost it, and how to increase it. And literally, days after I was posting this video, within 2 weeks, various people were messaging me. They were saying, thank you for telling me this information. I finally see my products on the marketplace. So that's the cool thing about Zazzle is they reward hard work, right? And they have a list of things that you can help do to help improve your Zazzle rank, your Z rank, and that will help you rank higher organically. That's the first thing. The second thing is knowing how to pick the right products. And we actually made a video where, I believe it was this video, the most profitable products on Zazzle, where we talked about breaking down the categories of particular products on Zazzle. Not all products are profitable like others. For example, like I said, when I first started, I had a bunch of products on my store. And you guys know me, when I start something, I don't stop until I finish it. And I created a whole bunch of products I was uploading literally, with no exaggeration, every single day to the platform. I had a whole bunch of different physical items, from shirts to keychains to napkins to plates. But like I said, I was missing the mark so many times, and it was purely by luck that a product sold in bulk for me, which happened to be keychains. It was my first order. That was part of my story. Once again, you can watch this my whole story on the video here for the Zazzle tagging course. I'll leave a link in the description if you're just going to watch it. You don't have to necessarily get the course. The course is all about tagging. We'll talk about that later, but there's a video there. You can go ahead and watch that video, and I explain kind of how I went from 0 to getting that first order, which kind of really broke for me the mental habits and the things that I was causing me to fail effectively. And basically, those are the 2 places you want to first start. Knowing the information that you know now, right? Which is your products can end up on Google. Well, not can, but they will end up on Google, paying for ads that Zazzle will pay for you. You might as well take advantage of that and do 2 things. The first thing is you have to boost that Z rank to get the most out of Z rank and get seen. And the second thing you do is figure out the right products to put your designs on so that you can multiply your income. I want to explain something that's crucial important before I close out the video. Every single step within Zazzle matters drastically. From the design to the product selection to the title of the product to the tags of the product matters extremely. And the reason why I say this is because, like, if I was to compare this with Redbubble or TeePublic, let's be honest. There are many times where I probably shouldn't have gotten a sale on Redbubble when I did because I purely got lucky. And I'll explain what I mean. There are so many people on Redbubble who, let's say, have like 20, 30 designs, and they get their first sale like within a period of like 3-4 months. realistically, from a statistical standpoint, they should have never. Their tags are probably all jacked up. They probably don't know what they're doing from a tagging perspective. From a titling perspective, they're probably not doing anything there. That both equates to no SEO traffic. Their design is probably garbage, especially the first time that they're working on Redbubble. I mean, think about it. The first time you created a design for print on demand, is it as good as the designs you have now? Probably not. And they're probably failing from all regards, but because Redbubble is so strong from just a Google perspective, traffic perspective, a huge fan base, they do a ton of marketing. I mean, they get over 25 million hits a month just off of organic alone. You're talking about making something like $98 million a quarter on the platform of Redbubble. You're going to get lucky here and there. On Zazzle, I can tell you this for a fact. You don't get lucky on Zazzle, okay? And when I say you don't get lucky, even though in the beginning of the video I said I got lucky, is that I did something there that I didn't know that I did. And that's where what I'm trying to say here is that on Zazzle, for the most part, you really don't get lucky. Nothing happens by chance on Zazzle. But it all depends on the 4 pillars, the 4 corners. One of them is tagging. One of them is titling, the next is the design, and more importantly, how the design attributes to the product, and then finally, picking the right product. All those come in together so importantly, and they act so independently to your success. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy this video. Go ahead and take a look at the playlist, and I hope you see where I'm coming from here, and I hope I brought the mark home on what you have to do, right? You want to understand that there's opportunity waiting for you to get paid, but you have to be extremely selective about the products that you're going to pick and how you're going to apply the right design to the product so that you can increase your chance of that bulk order buy. It's much, much more valuable to get a bulk order where you're profiting $200-something versus getting a sale of one product and profiting $4. You don't want that. At least, that's just my opinion. There might be some people that might argue with me on this, but I think the fastest way to the money is doing it that way, and there's no shame by that. You know, there's no shame to admit that you want to make a lot of money doing something. And I always find the fastest way to get to the money. And for me, with the platform Zazzle, not only is bulk orders encouraged for customers, but it's almost I don't want to say a default, but depending on the product, it could potentially be a default for customers. So without further ado, I'm not going to take too much of your time. Enjoy the video. I will say this. I said that I would talk about the Zazzle course at the end. The Zazzle course, guys, is just purely on tagging. I realize that a group of people do not understand how to tag properly on Zazzle, and there are ways to do it. And within the course, I created it into a workshop system where in the beginning, I'll show you a design, and I'll tell you, give me tags for it. And then we teach you certain things, why the modules are here. And then after that, we do a workshop reviewing what you did based on the tag, based on what you knew before the lessons. Then after that, we have some more information. Then we go into module 2, where I teach you what to do, right? First, it was teaching you what not to do, because there's a whole lot of mistakes that we make, let's just be honest. Then after that, we show you what not to do, we first show you what not to do, then we show you what to do, then we test you again, right, doing another workshop, and you actually get to see throughout the course how your tagging has improved from stage to stage to stage. But like I said, the whole reason why I structured the course this way is because that was the manifestation of my life when it comes to Zazzle. In Zazzle, like I said, I was making a whole bunch of mistakes, just uploading like a zombie, kind of mindless, hoping for something to strike. Just so happens that keychain product that I created had the right combination to it, from title to tags to product to the product selection for the right design. And mixing it all together became a perfect formula to get that first bulk order. That started helping me focus on what not to do and what to do, just simply by process of elimination. So if you don't want to go through that period of time of just questioning and learning, you could just grab the course. It'll speed things up for you. If you want to learn it, go ahead. I mean, enjoy yourself figuring it out. I could tell you it took me a very long time to figure it out. And yeah, guys, all right? I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you soon. Of course, all links in the description, including the playlist links. I'll see you soon, all right? Peace out. Bye.